Sleep cycles. You didn't sleep wrong, you just woke up at the wrong time. If you've ever gotten a full 8 hours and still felt like you got hit by a truck, there's a reason. Your brain cycles through different stages of sleep every 90 minutes or so. Light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, then it loops again. Wake up during light sleep, you feel alert. Wake up during deep sleep, you feel wrecked. That's why timing your wake up matters, not just the total hours. Some apps and smart alarms track your sleep cycles and wake you during a lighter phase. But you don't need a ring, a watch, or a sleep lab. Just try this. Count backwards from your target wake-up time in 90-minute blocks. If you need to be up by 6 a.m., aim to fall asleep at 10:30 p.m. or midnight. Either puts you closer to the end of a sleep cycle, not in the middle of one. You might be surprised how much better you feel with less sleep, as long as it ends at the right time. Intermittent fasting. Turns out, your brain doesn't need breakfast to function. In fact, skipping it might make you sharper. Intermittent fasting, usually an eating window of 8 hours, with 16 hours of fasting in between, has been shown to boost focus, mental clarity, and metabolic health. Why? Because when you're fasting, your body isn't busy digesting. Your insulin levels drop, and your brain switches into a more alert, energy-efficient state. That's why so many people report laser focus in the morning, and that's before the coffee even hits. Fasting may also support neuroprotective pathways, reduce inflammation, and even increase levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a molecule linked to learning, memory, mental adaptability, and resistance to stress. You don't need to do anything extreme. No 48-hour fasts, no suffering. Just stop eating after dinner, and wait a little longer before your first meal the next day. It's not for everyone, especially those with underlying health conditions or mental health concerns. But for many, it's a small habit that clears the mental clutter and sharpens everything else. There's a lot more where that came from, so if you're into this kind of thing, you know what to do next. Morning sun. Forget energy drinks, forget coffee. If you want to wake your brain and body in under 10 minutes, start with sunlight. Your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, runs on light, and morning sunlight is its main signal. When sunlight hits your eyes, especially within the first hour after waking, it triggers a cascade. Your brain shuts down melatonin, boosts cortisol appropriately, and sets a timer for when to feel sleepy later. It's like hitting reset on your sleep-wake cycle, and everything from alertness to metabolism gets a boost. And no, regular indoor light doesn't cut it. Even a bright overhead bulb is a fraction of the intensity your brain needs to properly time your rhythm. Outdoor light, even on a cloudy day, is exponentially stronger. Miss that signal? You risk circadian drift, which can mess with sleep, energy, focus, and mood. The fix is simple. Step outside for 5 to 10 minutes within an hour of waking. Look toward the sky, not directly at the sun, of course. Let the light in. That's all it takes to get your system back in sync with the way nature intended it to be. Dopamine reset. Everyone's chasing dopamine. More focus, more drive, more pleasure. But dopamine isn't just a feel-good chemical. It's a motivation meter, the neurochemical behind drive, effort, and goal-directed behavior. And it runs on contrast. Every scroll, every swipe, every spike of sugar or novelty, that's a hit. But when those hits never stop, your brain adapts. Dopamine sensitivity drops, and suddenly, nothing feels as good as it used to. You feel foggy, restless, unmotivated, and you might not even know why. That's where a dopamine reset comes in. Not to erase dopamine, that's impossible, but to give your system a break from the constant highs, so that natural rewards actually register again. It doesn't take a life overhaul to restore balance. It can be as simple as turning off all notifications for a day, doing one task without music or background noise, or taking a 24-hour break from social media, junk food, or binge content. Even a few hours of low stimulation gives your dopamine receptors a chance to recalibrate. And when they do, you get your focus back, your drive, and pleasure actually feels like pleasure again.